I shall delve straight away into the content. And I would want us to write a few questions. I would want us to write a few questions. We are writing this down. And then I'll be able to give you the structure of how I shall be teaching this paper. I can't hear anything. Is it possible for you to tell them these people are saying they can't hear anything? First of all, are you able to hear me? Is there anybody who is able to hear me? Is there anybody who is able to hear me? Is there anybody who is able to hear me? Is there anybody who is able to hear me? Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. So that's okay. So great. So then I would want us to start right away. And we are writing this question down. We are writing this question down. So in this case here, we are told, what is 76,000? What is 76,000? 76,000? 76,000. What is 76,000? What is 76,000? 500, 500, 500, 500. 43, 500, 500, 43, 43, 43, 43, 43, and the 200, and the 200, 200, 200, in numerals, in numerals, in numerals. So what is 76,000, the 543, and the 200 in numeral? In numeral. So we want to give you 1 minute. You attempt this question. After you finish writing it down, can you kindly attempt the question, and then we see who is going to get it correct. So should you be the first one to get it correct, then I give you 200 bob. You'll simply give me your father's number or mother's number. We send the 200 bob right away to you, and then ensure that your parent gives you that money because you are extremely a good student. And if you are very, very keen, then you shall be able to earn so many presents from me tonight. Remember, the rule is very easy. You be the first to write the answer down, the correct answer down. So what is 76,543 and 200 in numeral? Great. So I've got 2 answers here. I've got 2 answers here. I've got 2 answers here. So we have I tell, and then we have Patience and Ballet. So solution. So before we give this present, so mention their solution, solution, solution. You know, we are talking of 76 what year? 1,000. They are talking of 70, or rather, even before that, there's something we need to know. When we talk of tenths, like when we talk of 1/10, when we talk of 1/10, when we talk of 1/10 like this, 10, not tens, 1/10, automatically this will be 1/10. And you see 1/10 is the same as what here, somebody 0.1. When we talk of, for example, 200, 200, 200 like this, 200 like this is the same as what here, 2/100. 2/100, which will be the same as 0.0 what here, 0.02, 0.02. So when they add this th, 200 is the same as 2/100. When they talk of 300, it will be 3/100, and then I should be able to know how to convert this to decimals. How to convert this to decimals. How to convert this to decimals. That I believe is very easy for everybody. So when they come here and talk of 76,000, 76,000. So we have here 76,000 like that. 76,543. Quite easy. You can even talk of 500 alone. But you talk of positional values, 500 alone. Then we have 43. You can even talk of 40 or 43 like that, right? And then we have here 200s. 200s is this one here. We have said 2/100. So then this will be 0.02. So when I put this here 0.02 and then I add everything, This is what I will get. Of course, this is 0.2. This then we have here 3. This then we have 4. This we have 5. And then this one here we have 76. And the first student who got this correctly, the first student who got this correctly is who? The first student who got this correctly, do you know them? This is this student who is using ITEL 82476 543.02. So these students calling themselves here ITEL, are you able to give us the phone number? Once you give us a phone number, then straight away we should be able to send your gifts live before we continue. Live before you continue. You must send that gift live. I don't know whether you'll be able to type very fast. But all of you are so good. It's only that you are not the first. You are in the first to, you are in the first. In this case, you have to get it. I tell students was the first to pin the answer down. He was the first to bear the cart. So then we give them a gift that we promised. We give them a gift that we promised. But one thing that I'm so happy about you guys is that you guys are going to do your KCPE. CPA students, I'm so sure would not have gotten this question correctly because most of them have forgotten the concept of 100. They've forgotten the concept of 100. So we have, so I'm sending the gift. So we are going to give so many gifts tonight, very many gifts, very many gifts. I would want Anne to confirm that for sure that money has hit their account. I would want Anne to confirm that that money has already hit their account. Has hit their account. Great. Great. So then are we ready now for the second question? Are we ready for the second question? Are we ready for the second question? Are we ready for the second question? Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. So then I'll be able to put down this question. And if you'll be the first one to write the correct answer down, then you get a gift. Then you get a gift. So you must be very, very keen. You get a gift straight away. You get a gift straight away. So we are given here some fractions. Some fractions. So we have here what is 1 over 4, 5 over 11, 6 over 7, 3 over 8, arranged in descending order. In descending order. In descending order. In descending order. Descending means from the largest to the smallest. 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 If you become the first one to get it right, of course, you get a gift. And then I will be giving better gifts. I will be giving better gifts from the homework that I'm going to give right away after this question. I would want to provide a homework and a roadmap over how we are going to work together. I'll be providing two things, a roadmap and a homework. So a homework, I will give you the KCP that was done in 2022 KCP 2022. You go and do all those questions and then we mark them live here in Zoom. We mark them live through Zoom. We mark them live through Zoom. So what is a quarter? 5 over 11, 6 over 7, 3 over 8, arranged in descending order. Descending order from the very largest to the smallest. Descending means moving down. So you start from the largest to the smallest. Largest to the smallest. From the largest to the smallest. And then I always have one condition, that when you get a present from me, you always get out of the way. I mean, you cannot get two presents from me in a single lesson. So unfortunately, I tell, even if you'll be the first one to put down the answer, you can't get it. But again, I'm not saying that you don't participate, you participate, but knowing very well that you cannot get a gift twice. So like we have Lena Okoth. Let's see, Lena Okoth, the one who was saying that she was not able to hear, but now I can see she's even participating. Great. Let's see. So Lena has been the first to write an answer down, assuming that that answer will be correct, then automatically Lena will be able to get a gift straight away. So remember, as you're doing these KCP questions, time is of essence. So many students are not able to finish questions. They are not able to finish questions. And remember, you must attempt each and every question in an exam. This was quite a tough one. This was quite a tough one. This was quite a tough one because now most of them are not able to write even nothing. Apart from Lena Okoth, the other students have not written. So we have Shamsa. She's confirming what Lena Okoth had there. We have Itel, seems to be a very good student. Student number 3 is Itel. Itel, confirming. Itel started with, Itel, you're a good student, but here you are not. Let's see. Let's see. I think Itel, you started with the concept of ascending. You see ascending, you start with the smallest, and then you move to the largest. Ascending, you ascend, like how you climb the stairs. But now here the examiner is categorical. You want you to descend down the mountain. You descend. Descending, you're going down. I can see what Sarah Omari has there. I can see iPhone. I can see. So then it's my time, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to do this question. And for me to be able to do this question, there is something small that I would want us to do. If, for example, you are given here 2/3 plus say 4/5. Somebody wants you to combine two fractions. So then how do we combine these two fractions? We can use the LCM approach. So the LCM, in this particular case, the LCM, of course, 3 and 5. Who's going to give me the LCM of 3 and 5? The least common multiple LCM of 3 and 5 is what here, somebody? LCM of 3 and 5. Is there somebody who can give me the LCM? LCM of 4 and 5. It is 15, isn't it? It's 15. And then we come and ask ourselves the simple questions. Thank you very much. The simple questions here, we are asking ourselves the first one, how many times will 3 go into 15? 3 will go into 15 5 times. So then 5 times the numerator. 5 times the numerator, that gives me 10 plus. How many times will 5 get into this? 5 will be able to go into 15 3 times. So then 3 times 4 gives me 12. This gives me 12. If I come and add 10 plus 12, I'm getting 22 out of what here 15, which I can very fast go and make proper. Remember the way this one here is, it's an improper fraction because the numerator is bigger. I don't want to get into that really. I don't want to get into that really. My concept here is whenever I'm given this kind of fraction, I would want to get the LCM. I would want to get the LCM of all these denominators. And because there are many denominator values, then what I will do, I will come and arrange them in some form of a table. So I'll come and arrange them in some form of a table. So we have 4, 11, 7, and then we have got 8. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I will start with prime factorization. Prime factorization. So straight away. So is there somebody who can help me answer this student called Techno because they cannot hear me? Tell them they need to get out of the meeting and then they come back afresh. If somebody can be a good Samaritan there, if somebody can be a good Samaritan there, get into that particular chat box and then you type very fast that please get out of the Zoom meeting and get back because you are the only one who is not hearing. So prime factorization, remember the smallest prime number is 2. So when I put 2 here, then I'll be able to factor. You see, like now 2 goes into this twice. So I say 2. It doesn't go into 11. It doesn't go into 11. So then I'll be able to carry 11 down there, the whole of it. It doesn't go into 7 fully. So then I'll be able to carry 7 down there, but it goes to 8. So it goes to 8. How many times? These 2? 4 times. So I put 4 there. And then, of course, I continue with still my 2, the smallest prime factor, because I can see their numbers are divisible by 2. So then this one here will give me 1. When I divide this by 2, 1. 11 is indivisible fully by 2. So I'll carry it down 11. 7 as well cannot be divided by 2 fully. So I carry it down there. 4 is fully divisible by, so you see, if you take 4 divided by 2, you go to get 2. And then again, you do like that. Come and pick 2 again there. I'm trying to get the prime value here. So I'm putting 2 because I can see there is a number here divisible by 2. Of course, these have been able to kill it fully. 2 can't get here, so 11. 7 can't get here, so we are, or rather 2 can't get into 7 fully, so we bring 7 down, but 2 can get into this, so 1. So from there, of course, 2 cannot match into any. 3 cannot match here. 5 cannot get here, so the next number will be 7. So when I put 7 there, it will be 1, 11, 7 is 1 now. 1 like that. And then I'll finish with 11. So then this will be 1, 1, 1, 1, and that is the end game. That is the end game. That is the end game. And therefore, the LCM will be the multiples of this. LCM will be the multiples of 2 times 2 times 2 times 7 times 11. So of course, if I'm the one doing this, I know this is the 8 because you see 2 times 2 times 2. That automatically makes what here somebody, that's 4 times 2, that's 8. So 8 times 7, I know what I will get. Whatever answer I get there, I multiply by 11. Is there somebody who can give us this? Already Michelle, Sarah, we have patience. These guys are giving me 600 and what here? 16. You guys are brilliant. You guys will be able to get remember, if you want to get to a very good national school, ensure that you get a minimum of what here? 420. Target up there. Nowadays, you will get like 400, 405. You will still get some of these new national schools calling you. We don't want you to get into this no. If it's a girl, I would want to hear your father telling me that my girl went to Kenya High, because I'm going to volunteer myself to teach you a lot here, of course, to complement what your teachers are doing at school. So you want the original national school. Are we in agreement? Let's first of all address that. Are we in agreement that we are going to the original? You know, there are those original ones. Original national school. Are we in agreement? Original national school. Thank you very much. Great. So let's continue then. Let's continue. Now, then once I get this 616, this is what I will do. When I come to my tomorrow's class, I'll be able to repeat on this concept of what here, repeat on this concept of LCM and factorization. Thanks, I tell Nairobi School. Thank you very much. So then we have been able to get 616 as the LCM. So once I get 616, so I'll come and start now with my mathematics. I would want to know how many times is 4 going to 616? So I'll come and say 4, 616 like this. How many times? So of course, in this case, I can see 1 there, so 4. So I'm able to bring these 2, 1. Then I subtract 2, 21. So then, ladies and gentlemen, 4, the closest number here should be 2, so 5. So 5 times 4 is 20. And then I'm able to bring down that 1 there, or rather, when I subtract 21 minus 20 is 1. And then I bring now this 6, which I can see straight away 4, going 4 times into 16. So it means that the first one here will be 154 times the numerator. It is 1. I put a comma. From there, come and ask myself, how about 11? How many times is it getting to 616? 11. 11, how many times is 11 getting to 616? Is there somebody who already has an answer, really? How many times? 56, eh? So somebody is telling me that 56, and they are correct, because you see, this 11, I'll have to start with 5 here. So the 5 gets into these, 5 times this gives me 55. So when I subtract, what am I getting here? 6. I carry down this 6 there. So I'm able to see 6 here. So 6 times this gives me 60. What here? 56. So then the second one will be 56 times. You see, this is the denominator going into this, times the numerator, comma. And then I'll come straight away and ask, how about 7 going into 616? How about 7 going into 616? How about 7 going into 616? So is there somebody who can give me this figure? Somebody is telling me Mwalimu will take 8 5. So 8 gives me 56 here. So 56, when I subtract, this gives me 5, remaining 5, 56. So again, I bring 8, so 8 times 7 gives me 56. So you're right. So the third one, it will be 88 times the numerator here, which is 6, comma. So then the last one now is this denominator of 8. The last one now is this denominator of 8. The last one is this denominator of 8. 8 in this case here will be able to go to 616. How many times? Is there somebody who can give me this 8? They're telling me it is 77. So then 77 times 3. So you guys, you're great. Would you kindly go ahead and give me this multiple? So 154 times 1 will be 154. How about 56 times 5? 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 Edna has given me a figure. Michelle has given me a figure. How about the other students? Please, my fellow comrades, parents, my fellow parents, try to assist these guys here to know how to type. Eh? So then they're telling me that this is 280. 280. And then we have the third one. The third one is 88 times 6. 88 times 6. So please try to teach these people how to type very fast so that they can get presents. Like in my tomorrow's class, I want everybody to get presents. So here we have 528. 528, and then the last one will be 77 times 3, which gives me 231. So these numbers that you have in the numerator here, could you kindly help me rank them up? Let's rank them. Which one is the highest? The ones that we have here in the numerator, the very highest, this takes number 1. Then from there, 280 takes number 2. From there, this takes number 3. From there, this takes number what here? Number 4. This takes number 4. This takes number 4. Now, after I do that, then I know now which number is the biggest, because this examiner spoke of descending order from the highest to the smallest. So then I know here, number 1 is the third one. So this is number 1 is the highest. Number 2 is this one here. I can even write them the way they are. This is number 4. This is number 2. This is number 3. Number 1, I mean, this is number 3 letter. And then now I'll be able to come and write for my examiner, arrangement in descending order. So in descending order, what do we have? So number 1 is this, 6/7. Number 2, in this case, is this, 5/11. Number 3, we have in this case here, number 3, 3/8. 3/8. And then number 4, we have 1/4. 1/4. So this is the correct answer. And there is somebody who got it correctly. There is somebody who got this arrangement correctly. So who was that student? Don't cheat me. Who was that student who was number 1 to get it? So many of you got it correctly, but there must be a number 1. There must be a number 1. Is there somebody who is able to pinpoint and tell us that for sure this student was the first one to get it correct? There must be a number 1. 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 So we have iPhone saying me. Is there anybody who is supporting the iPhone student? But the iPhone student was the first to get it right. Edna says Lena. Lena is getting votes here. Votes here. Edna says Lena. Lena, of course. Lena, of course, was the first one. So Lena, of course, you can't get 2 people really conspiring. And remember, these 2 people, they are in different parts of this country. Different parts of this country. They cannot conspire to choose a wrong person. So Ruth is saying it's me, but you can see Lena has been voted for actually thrive. So without wasting time, Lena, are you able to write for us your mobile number there very fast to give you a gift? Don't feel bad. Everybody is a winner in my class. Everybody is a winner in my class. Somebody is saying we divide. No, no, no. I'm not a poor man. I'm a rich man. I'm able to afford that 200 for everybody. So I don't want to divide. So I would rather in this case, just give everybody 200, 200, 200. That's why I normally say that you can't get a gift twice. To enable us to get, in this case here, everybody being a winner. Everybody being a winner. Everybody being a winner. So Lena, you are moving slowly, giving us your number. If you move that slowly, then we'll say the second person will get the present. Maybe Lena is not even in this classroom. We'll give her like 5 minutes. We'll give her like 5 minutes before we give this gift to somebody different, So ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately or fortunately, that marks the end of our today's class. I just wanted to test waters and see whether my CPA students happen to be having, yeah, it's of course for the parent, yes. We also gave some students here earlier on a present and we asked for the parent, right? Yes, for the parent here. So Patricia, I hope this is for Lena, right? I hope this is for Lena. And make sure that you buy Lena something tomorrow. That's a very good student. Make sure that you buy Lena something tomorrow. I've observed 2 calculations she's featuring in my calculations. So give her a gift from Mwalimu. Give her a gift from Mwalimu. Okay. Okay. So we have here 3, 2, 1, 9. This is a very special gift from Dr. Aura to the student because the student has been featuring here, in the discussions. Great. Thank you so much. 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 So then I guide you guys as follows. Mathematics is quite a simple paper. If you want to get an A in mathematics, and not just an A of 80%, but an A of 90%, it doesn't matter how you've been scoring in the past. No, that's what under the bridge. If you start working so hard from today, moving forward, you'll easily get an A. And how do you get it? Like now the sums that we do here, you ensure that you repeat them immediately after the class, before you sleep. You repeat them immediately after class, and then go to the past papers. Assuming you have done like say 10 in a class. If we do like 10 sums in a class, go and ask yourself, how are these being applied, for example, in the other questions in other past papers? Once you are able to address that and then you repeat these things and you're a good student who knows that every day you must sit for about 10 questions every day, or even more. So for example, like I was looking at something today with my daughter in the morning, and you realize questions on interest. These questions can have meanings. So they'll come and, for example, tell you that if interest expected is say 2,000, and the rate of interest, for example, is 10% per annum, and then they'll come and give you T. T is 2.25 years, 2.25 years. And then you are required to determine the principal amount. And of course, they're telling you that the basis, this is simple interest. This is simple interest basis. So quite a simple mathematics here. So because I mentioned the simple interest, I know how interest is calculated. We know that interest is PRT. You take the principal, you multiply this with the rate, and then you multiply this with the time. So if the interest amount given is 2,000, then the principal is what is unknown. The rate in this case is 10%. 10% is the same as 0.1 times. Remember, time must be in years. So if I take 1/4, this is a quarter here. This is 0.25. So this is the same as saying what here times 2.25 like that times 2.25. Because a quarter is 0.25. So then if I try in this case here drilling this down further, then my 2,000 will be equal to the principal times this and this will give me 0.225. If I make P, which is the principal, the subject, then my P will be 2,000 all over 0.225. All over 0.225. All right. So in this case, of course, I have to get a way of finishing this decimal. Then what I will do, I will come and say principal is 2,000 all over 0.225. I'll come and kill this decimal times 1,000 times 1,000 down there. So that the principal here will be 2 million all over 225. 225. So now you can start, and I'm so sure you guys are so good in this 5 goals here, how many times, or 25 goals here, how many times. I'm so sure you guys can give me the final answer. Is there anybody who is able to give me the final answer here? What is the principle? What is the principle? Is there somebody who can give me the final answer very comfortably? What is the principle here? So the thing is, when they talk of interest, in the question, I must figure out which method are they using to ascertain this interest. Is it simple interest? If it's simple interest, we know that interest equals PRT. If it's compound interest, then I must use that formula of amount equals. Amount equals. Because if I confuse the two, I lose 2 marks. And in this particular case, every mark that we get really, every mark we make here is wonderful. Is wonderful. Is wonderful. Great. 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 Yeah, and always stop using calculators. Don't use calculators in primary school. We shall use calculators next year. Next year when we go to Form 1. 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 So then, ladies and gentlemen, I would beg to stop here. And as somebody has suggested, I can see this is a class that really can easily grow, which in this case I can make students at the end of the day pass, and that is our objective. So how would you assess this mwalimu? Can this mwalimu make a good primary school teacher? Can this mwalimu, not the parents don't answer this question. This question, I would want this question to be answered by the kids. The kids. Can this mwalimu make a good primary school teacher? Great. So then, thank you so much. Great. Then I'll be able to come up with a timetable. Best, huh? Perfect. Thank you very much. Absolutely great. So then I can't meet you in the morning because I work somewhere full time. I can only be available from 4 o'clock, 4 p.m., 4 p.m., 4 p.m. That is now when we can start from tomorrow. So I take this opportunity to wish you a good night. Let's meet tomorrow at 4 p.m. And if possible, please bring all your colleagues. I'll share the link with you much earlier. I'll share the link with you much earlier, and then share that link with all your friends from your respective school. So as we sign out, could we kindly sign out by saying the schools that we are studying? Somebody mentioned the schools there as we disappear. Where are you studying there? Where are we studying? Where are we studying? I will send the paper. Yes, I'll send the paper for the homework. Yes, I'd forgotten even that. I'd forgotten that. Thanks for the reminder. Where are we studying? Where are we studying? Aga Khan, great. Academic Kakamega and Staff Prestige Modega Primary Math High School. Ah, okay. Great. Great. Bogotio Kaimosi First Beth Academy, Molo Academy, Coastal Hill, great. Northgate, School International. I can see really today I've had what we can call a caucus of what year schools are represented from all over what year Kenya. I'm so happy. See you tomorrow at 4 exactly. Bye-bye. Thank you, ICVT. I know Sacred Heart, Italian School, Kitale. Okay. Masai School has now 2 students. Dragon, which one is that? Oh, okay. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.